I'm so shiny. I put cream on my face.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm on here.
You here, girl?
I'm here. I'm here. Excuse me. I'm so
What's your name,
shiny.
baby? What's your
My
name,
name is
honey?
Gina.
Gina. Gina.
Yes, Gina.
How old are you, Gina?
I just turned 40 on the 17th.
Wow, I'm getting a lot of babies. So you're a Taurus.
Yes, yes.
Yay! I know we in Gemini
Twin Taurus,
season.
twin
I
Taurus.
know Taurus. You know I'm a true Taurus, but we in Gemini season. I'm joking. Shout out to the Gemini. Shout out to the Gemini. All right. So how you just turned 40?
Yes.
Okay. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, and same to you.
Thank you, honey. You have any kids?
I do 6.
Girl, you got 6 kids.
Oh,
You pull 6 humans out your vagina.
I made 6 people, like for the
Wow.
humanity.
Wow. That
I did
is,
this for
listen.
them.
That's amazing to me. Moms are really the superheroes. To be able to bring a human in the world, now that's superhero power.
Thank you.
Okay, are they all by the same man?
They are not.
How many men?
Um, I'm going to say, okay, I don't want to go. I don't want the cousins to get me, but
Girl, the cousin's gonna get you all. You gotta think. Oh my god. It's like she's trying to conjure up a lie. You gotta think. How many baby daddies you got? Already that was just like, oh shit. Okay, let's continue.
but 4,
How many
but
sperm donors?
4.
Okay,
I
okay,
have 2. I have 2 by one person.
okay. And how old are your kids?
So my oldest would have been 23 this year. She is forever 18. I have a 18-year-old. My son will soon be 13 in June. Then I have an 8-year-old. Then I have a 7-year-old, and I have my youngest. She'll be 3 in August.
Okay. Why you not with the 3-year-old dad?
He's my ex-husband, and he chose to have a baby with somebody else.
While you were married, he got somebody else pregnant?
Yes. Mhm.
Ooh, yeah.
Life be life, and it's okay.
I feel like, see, I don't know. I really feel for women.
Y'all
And
right? That's
listen,
5. My bad. My bad.
weapon.
They saying it's 5. You're correct. So you're correct. People, cousins, thank you. Sorry. I'm a little nervous, y'all. My bad.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, shouts to the cousins because I would have missed it. The cousins are the second codes. So you
Yes.
got 5 baby daddies, now 4?
Mm-hmm. And 6 children. Yes.
How did you forget you have 5 baby daddies?
Right.
Because I don't really think about them. It's to be honest, I raised all my children by myself. I've been married 2 times. I do not receive assistance. I am a mom overall. My children's fathers are not people.
Girl, that don't have shit to do with it. You know how many men you dealt with, right? Do you don't you not you not remember? Do you not remember how many men you slept with? And you don't know who the children father? You forget. Like what? No, that's some BS. Like that's why you can't listen with these. They be lying. You don't know how many babies fathers you got. They don't got to do nothing. You raising your kids and all of that stuff. You still should know. That's not something that you should forget. Lord,
Who I have to deal with. My children are my children.
that okay.
So that's the bottom line. And I understand that, people have.
Well, by that, if that's the case, then you shouldn't remember none of the children's dad. And if you do it all by yourself, then you should have forgotten how many you had all together. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't make no sense. That means you would have, if you do it all by yourself and so focused and late, and you're the children's mother and that's all you know, you wouldn't remember none of them. Hell, you wouldn't even remember that you was married twice. I'm just saying you would just block all of that out and just said I'm the mother and I had them and that's it. Like you would be like, oh, I had them. I don't know about the rest. That don't make no sense.
Have problems with, oh no, you have all these children's fathers. I chose to make kids, and if the child's father didn't do as he was supposed to with the child, I went on about my business and made more kids.
Oh, okay. So when did you get divorced last?
I divorced my last husband last year in October. We were already separated. Me and his baby's mother, our children are like 6 weeks apart. So we were already separated prior to that.
Okay. All right. Ooh, Gina. We started off hot. So we got Gina. Where you calling me from?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Okay. So Gina, Baltimore. What do you do for a living, baby?
I work for Baltimore City Schools.
Okay. So we got Gina in Baltimore. She's 40, a Taurus. Mom of 6 kids by 5 men. Was married twice. So did you marry 2 of your baby daddies?
One of them.
One of them.
Mhm.
And so, okay. And then you married somebody else who you didn't have kids with.
And he
Yes.
raised my children. I already had children prior to him. He raised my children. My second husband also assisted in raising my children. So overall, I do pick decent people. I think being on the younger, I had my kids younger. I chose those guys, and sometimes it's out of survival, sometimes it's out of emotions, and sometimes it's things just kind of happen. You fall into a relationship, and then you have babies. It
What happened
happens.
with your first marriage? Why did you get a divorce there?
Hold on 1 second. I was young, and if I knew better, I would have stayed. Yes, yes.
And if you knew that, you would have stayed?
I would have stayed with my first husband. Yeah.
Oh, so you decided to leave?
Yes, I divorced both of my husbands.
So your first husband, how many years were you guys married for?
Almost 10.
So what made you want to leave? And now looking back, why do you think you should have stayed?
I left because I was young,
Okay, how old were you when you got married the first time?
about 20, about 25.
Yeah.
And so you're 25 and you stayed married for 10 years.
Mhm.
Okay, so tell me why you got divorced.
Um, I don't. I was a housewife. He was amazing. He gave me a really good life. I think that I just wasn't mentally who I am today, and I didn't appreciate it.
Wow.
That's accountability for your ass.
Hmm.
So did he move on? Does he have a new woman?
He does.
Hmm.
Okay. So in hindsight, you should have been more appreciative. How many kids did you have by him how many kids did you have at the time?
3.
Hmm.
So, and then you end up having 3 more after him.
Correct.
Okay.
See, this should be an example for the women out there who are in good marriages with good men, but you either got bored or you just didn't recognize what you had, and you noticed a good man. This should be something to study, to look at, to say, "Oh no, I'm not gonna do that." Even if you are, thinking about walking away from your husband with kids and all, and he's good, but y'all have issues like any relationship would have. This is the kind of stuff you should look at and take heed to, and not follow, because even she's telling you she should have stayed. See, this is the stuff a lot of these young don't want to see, because they're going to automatically say, oh, well, he had to be a problem. I don't give a damn what even if the information is right in front of you and she's telling you she had a good man, they don't want to believe that. They want to believe that, oh, he was the problem and it had to be something more as to why she left, even when they're telling you the truth. So this should be an example to take heed to say, you know what, I got it. You know if you got a good man or not. You know if this man, she was a housewife. You know the man taking care of the children, paying the bills, but you don't like his attitude sometimes, or you don't like certain little things he do because you have a problem with it, and you want something else. But he's doing what he's supposed to do overall. He's taking care of you. He's there for you. He's doing it. But y'all, either you think it's boring, or you, for whatever reason, those superficial reason, you thinking you should leave. This would be the video to watch to say, no, I'm not going to leave my good man, because ain't nothing out there waiting for me on the other side. And I'm going to end up in this predicament, and I might regret making that decision. This is what women, this should be a video posted all over to show women what not to do. Just saying. Let's continue.
Okay. So you want to find him again?
No. I would love somebody who loved me like him. I would love somebody who supported me like him, not financially, but he was a cheerleader. He wanted whatever I wanted. He was, G, go do it. You want to go there, go. You want to do that, do that. He was all about whatever I wanted to do. I want that type of person again. I want that type of love again. Finances come and finances go. I've learned that throughout life. You can have a lot and you won't have anything at all. You can have little and have a whole lot of love, and you can build off of that. But I would love a partner that is supportive. I would love a partner who compliments me. I would love a partner who wants the best for the overall bigger picture.
What are your deal breakers?
Liars, inconsistency, no job, people who don't have nowhere to live, homeless sexuals. I don't want any homosexuals. Homeless
What kind of
sexuals.
sexual?
Homeless sexuals.
I think that's called something though. There is a name for that. I think it's like hobo, like there's an actual terminology for this. But I think it's like hobosexuals, people who date people to have a place to stay.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't want those type of guys. I think a lot of guys who meet women with children, they feel like they can keep a roof over their head, or they feel like they can keep food in the refrigerator. They got to feed the kids, so they're gonna go. There's men that are attracted to that. I'm not attracted to those type of men. I personally, I don't want men inside of my household.
Okay.
If I find a spouse, and I've been single for a bit now, and I'm choosing to be single, men are everywhere outside. But I would like somebody to make sure they have their own.
Okay, we got a cousin question from the comment section. Cousin Tracy_Tracy says, Kendra, what's the truth? She was married for 10 years, had 3 kids with him, got married in the past 5 years, but had kids by 4 more men. She
Okay,
didn't
so
have kids with the guy she married.
first of all, I did have kids with the second husband. I didn't have kids with the first husband. And
Oh.
sweetheart, you don't know how to count, but it's okay. But
Oh,
I
so,
didn't have children with my first husband.
oh,
I had a child with my second husband,
oh,
and I had 3 children after that. But there was a person in between before the second husband. You're welcome.
Child. I had to read it because they did catch the first one when you said you had 4 baby daddies, but it was 5. I missed it. So I was just saying, okay, so she gathered you, but I didn't know that you said your first husband, you didn't have kids with him.
didn't have no. Okay.
And I'm all about taking accountability. I've been through a lot in life. So at no point am I regretful for any things that I've done, and nor am I not taking accountability for self for the things that I've done in my life. This is who I am today. I'm not that person who I was 20 years ago or 15 years ago. I'm not her anymore. So the man who chooses to come into my life from here on out, this is the woman that they'll receive.
Yeah, and this is the woman they don't want, honey.
Oh my
And you might be
God.
a nice person. I think she might be a nice person. I'm not saying she's not a nice person. I'm saying most men ain't gonna no. Most men it's gonna be a no. And all I'm saying is don't get mad at the men if they choose no. Yeah, she said there's men outside. Of course. And unfortunately, the type of men that she's getting interest in, those are the type of men that's trying to be with her. The man that's a homosexual. Because he see a stable lady with children and food. Like he know food gonna be in the house. He knows she gonna keep a roof over her head. And he's trying to be a part of that, but he's not really trying to take her seriously. Unfortunately, this is the type of men that she's going to attract. There's always men outside for a woman with a vagina, of course. So he gonna want to be a part of that, and and if he can be there and assist with the kids and eat and don't have to work hard to do nothing, yeah, that's typically the type of men that she's getting approached by. That's it. Because men who have standards and don't want to take on all of that liability, they're not approaching her. That's just what it is, because they have higher standards for themselves. Don't mean she's bad. It just mean that the men that you're looking for have higher standards than what you're offering. That's all it means. And I think women have done themselves a disservice because they never thought about what the men would want. They never thought about what the men would want, and the men having standards, they only focus on what they wanted, and I think it's messed them up. Because you don't consider what men are looking for. You just think, I'm a woman, I have a vagina, I can do what I want, and men are always going to want me. No, they have standards. So a man with standards is not taking a woman on with 6 children and all of that. Why? That's a big lot. That's a lot to take on. So yeah, so unfortunately she getting approached by the men that want to maybe use her, use the fact that she's a stable mom, she got a stable roof, and she got food, and they could kind of leech off of her. That seems to be what's happening. Let's continue.
Wait, what happened? What did the comment say?
The people in the past is in the past. We
No.
are going to the future, y'all. Don't worry about them people back there. I don't even know them anymore. They don't even know me. But anywho,
So the man you was married to don't know you? All the men you had children with, they don't know you? That's a red flag too.
the man, for the physicality, I prefer chocolate men. But my history might say I like light skinned ones. But in my preference, I like chocolate ones. I really, I would prefer somebody that's kind of in shape. Who, I know older guys have my age and up. They don't always have the best bodies. If he's a little athletic, I'll take it. If he wants to go outside and run, I'll take it. If he doesn't mind going to the gym, I'll take it. I like cooking. I like eating. I'll feed him. I would prefer somebody taller than me. But if love comes in a little package, I'll take it also.
Okay. All right. And should he make a certain amount of money?
As long as he can take care of himself. As long as he can take care of himself. Life happens. I'm not going to stick you into a box.
Okay.
Don't don't think I'm a house you because I can't.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Like a person. Hold on. Get some light for you. I have on like a bra top though.
Okay. Okay. Oh, bodying for 6 kids. You got a
All
great
real.
body to pull out 6 humans, girl.
All real. No
Ooh,
tummy
all
tuck.
real.
Camera with a
All real. Yes.
Your breasts didn't get bigger when you had kids?
They were way bigger, and I breastfed all 6 of them.
Oh, okay.
They were way, way bigger.
I'm
But
about to be jealous because I ain't even had no kids and my breasts is huge. Child, I don't want these damn breasts, child. When was your last relationship?
I dated a guy last year for a few months. We dated for about a year.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I prefer not to answer.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Um, Making mistakes. I think everybody makes mistakes, but I'm at an age where I should be not doing the same thing over and over again. Um, I'll also say I'm instantaneous. Like if I think something, I do it instantly. If I like it, I want it. If I like him, I'm gonna take him. Like that's who I am. I need to bring that back. Like think about things a little bit longer. Um, and I would say who I pick, the males that I pick,
The minutes you pick.
the
Okay.
best picker when it comes to males.
Okay, so she got to vet better.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm a good woman overall. I can't take back my past, but I'm a lover. I'm a fighter. I am a family. I will make anything something. I am overall well rounded. I'm well traveled. Um, I'll take anybody and
Well, you take what? What'd you say, honey?
take anybody and make the best of them. I'll make you better than what you were when you came to me.
What's the age range you want to date?
Um, can I do 40 and up?
Should they be in Baltimore?
Yeah,
Who?
they can be any. I don't mind. I don't mind long distance.
And you say you don't care about kids?
I don't.
You don't
I
care
would
about.
prefer because I'm not looking for someone who full on wants to be in my children's life. I don't want somebody in my kids' lives. I would prefer for somebody, if they are of my age or older, I would prefer for them to have adult children.
Okay. All right, let's do it. So Gina Baltimore, 40, is a tourist, mom of 6 kids, was married twice, works for the city schools in Baltimore. And you mentioned you are inside the Kendra G Singles dating app.
I am.
Okay, what's your name inside the dating app, honey?
I think
Somebody's calling you.
yeah, somebody keeps like you don't stop calling my phone. But I think it says Choc, like CHOC, or it might like say similar to what my
CHOC. I gotta spell it out. So chalk, what else?
I don't know what else it says afterwards. If I go up, it's gonna take me out of the off of the live.
Girl, you gotta know it. Wait, I think this might be you. Chalk underscore dits.
Chocolate dream.
This you?
That's me. That's me.
Okay, I found it. Well, that's crazy. All right, let's go through it. So, fellas, this is how you're gonna reach out to her. I'm gonna show the pictures, and I'll give you the actual username that you can search. Because you can search by usernames inside the Kendra G Singles dating app. You can search by usernames. Bodying. Now, y'all say what you want to say. Bodying. All right, so it's Choc underscore dit. So CHOC underscore DIPPED. CHOC underscore DIPPED. Choc underscore dip. Chop underscore dip. Chop underscore dip. All right, fellas.
I'm cute in real life. I'm cute. I'm just a little shiny right now. I'm pretty in real life. Know that. Anybody who knows me knows this. Not only am I beautiful in real life, I'm beautiful on the inside. Whoever I chose to make children with, those were my choices to make children with them. My children are well taken care of. They're beautiful, they're healthy, and they're loved. They're not looking for a man. Regina is. This one, I am. Stop worrying about them kids and the ex-husbands who not here no more. Yo, Y'all worrying about all the wrong stuff.
Well, Miss Ma'am, you gotta. The man would be worried about that too.
Oh
The
my
man
God.
who you want is gonna be concerned about that too. I think that's just a tiny piece of what you gonna be, experiencing, because most men are going to be concerned exactly about what the Kendra cousins are saying. Most men are definitely concerned about your past, the men, the children, and all. That's the part they don't get. A man of substance, a man of means is not going to, a man who has his head on straight, a logical thinking man who wants a family. Most men want children. He's definitely going to be concerned about those things. That's the part they don't take into consideration. Let's.
Well, I will say this. I will say this. If a man is going to be serious with you, he does have to be concerned about your children.
Yes. Yes.
So
I think that, and I think that this is a lost
Yes.
mindset. I'm talking about serious relationship, because if a person's going to be serious and going to want to partner with you for the rest of your life, your kids are a part of your life. It just is a reality, right? It just is a reality. So they have to be okay with loving on your kids. They have to be okay with, how life at times will change, and you might have to change schedule because of your kids. Financially, they might end there, because you don't want somebody that is living off of you. You already said you don't want a homosexual. So
Right.
you want a person that already got their own place, their own money, all of that. So I think that what you do have to honor is your kids will be a decided, will be a factor in a man that wants to be serious with you.
mhm.
Not a man that just wants to have fun. A
Right.
man that wants to have fun, have a good time, he don't really give a damn, because he's not thinking long term. But if anybody's thinking long term, let me tell you, this is some real. My daddy's 70 something years old. My daddy, I'm my daddy only child. My daddy said he ain't dating a woman with no kids. I said, you 70 years old, Mr. Sir, and I'm the kid. I'm your child. How the hell you not gonna date nobody with kids? And then he told me this reason why. He said because he dated a woman with grown kids, boys, and then boys try to get in the way at times, because obviously boys are protective of their moms.
Exactly. And once again, the reason why a lot of these women get frustrated because they don't want to face that fact. And I guarantee you she's already experienced that. For the fact that she said she don't want no homosexuals or homeless people, because that's what she's encountering. That's what she's encountering. They see her as an opportunity because they're not trying to take her seriously. A man, like I said, a man with standards, he's not gonna take on a woman with no damn 6 children. I don't care how you try to slice it, dice it, roll it up, smoke it, I don't care how you try to rethink it, revisualize it, repackage that. Ain't no man gonna want that. Period. And that's the obstacles that these women will run into, and why a lot of them will be single unless they accept somebody, who don't have standards or whatever, and just trying to be with them sexually. That's the issue. Let's continue.
So even though he doesn't financially have to provide, that male son who is now a grown man still brings energy to the relationship. And my daddy's 70 something, and he like, I'm like, daddy, you can't make that decision. You 70, so and you got a child. So I'm not saying that you can't find a man that won't be okay with it, but I do think you have to understand why children will be a factor in a serious relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I totally understand it, but this is my other half of the stance on that. So say I get into a serious relationship, which I have, and then the person decides we won't be together anymore, and or it just doesn't work out. The person has now broken up with me, and they have broken up with my children. The person will reflect on me. Oh, they might still try to get in contact with me, but then my children are like, where's so and so? Oh, I miss so and so. My children have now grown a bond with this person. So I've grown to keep my children outside of my relationships because I don't want them to bear that burden also. Because I'm the mom and I'm bringing the people over. I'm bringing the men. I don't want them to be intertwined, and my children have the emotional instability of knowing, hey, just in case, granted I don't have that, but just in case, mommy has a revolving door, or mommy had this man and he was like this, and then mommy had this man and he was like this. When I don't want that. I don't want them to experience that. My love life is outside of the household, And when I say I totally get the grand scheme of it, I really, really do. But it's also to be protective of my children and their emotional stability and how they should view a woman going out into the world. My sons are going to be husbands one day. They shouldn't have that backpack of emotional burden on them.
So now a man needs to know, okay, so what is that part? Like you just said right now, as we're talking deeper, yeah, you don't want a new guy to be able to discipline your kid.
I don't want a guy inside of my home. Maybe like once my children are adults and we
Also, you don't want to get married again.
No, I do. I do. I do want to get married again. But okay, so say we here and we get married 5 years from now. Say we get married
Your youngest child is 3. So your youngest child, you have an 8-year-old, so at least and a 7-year-old. So even 5 years from now, you still have kids that's going to be in your home.
So I'm open to, once those type of scenarios transpire, I'm open to you coming over. I'm open to commingling with you within the household, but to live here, no. And I feel like I already have my own home with my children. I don't want to bring that diversity in. If you want to marry me and take me away from this and make a home with me, that's something that should be set aside for us. My home will be set aside for the kids. Whatever you have set aside for yours is for yours. We can bring things that are mutual together. That's not
okay. Wait, hold on. We're gonna put this whole vision because now I'm confused. So you're saying, okay, is the goal marriage? Let me ask that first question. Okay, so you want to get married. Yes. Now you don't want to live with your husband, though. You're saying
no.
So you want to be? Hold on. So you want to be married and you stay in your home and your husband lives wherever he lives.
Yes.
So why?
I think it would be more conducive to the family, to my family.
Maybe is that conducive to him? So he has a wife that lives somewhere else, and now y'all paying all these bills. Like I think here's the deal. I think we have to stop living in fantasy land, living reality land.
This is La La World, honey. Now, see, I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but she's, in my opinion, gracefully batshit crazy. If you think a man is gonna see, this is why I say something ain't right. Something just ain't right now. Something ain't right. In my Keith Sweat voice, that's the best I can do, Keith Sweat. Something just ain't right. Something ain't right, baby, in they mind. Child, girl, I was trying to give you some money. Ma'am, I take it all back. Girl, hell to the, no. Something, this is why I say delusional is the key word. Delulu land is it. This is why they be by themselves. There's no goddamn way. There's no way. Lord have mercy.
How does that even make sense income-wise? So now you have a house you're paying for bill-wise. He has a home he's paying for bill-wise. And y'all don't want to live, and you don't, so you want to sleep every single night while your husband lives in a whole nother house?
It doesn't have to be every single night, and yes.
Do you know anybody that has this dynamic?
Yes.
So you have friends that are married and they live in different homes?
Yes. I've know people in relationships that live long.
No, let's say relationships. We're talking about marriage. Relationships is different, yeah, because a lot of people in relationships that one person lives with somebody and one person lives. That's very common in relationships.
Right.
When we're talking about marriage, we're talking about one coming together. So give me the direct answer. Do you know a married couple where the wife lives in one home and the husband lives in another home?
Yes.
And that works for them?
It works for them. It works for them.
I don't know a married couple that lives. Well, I mean, Shirley Roth is the only person. I just asked celebrities.
And and she kept that a secret. I was about to say, you took the words right out of my mouth.
But but she's also not practical because she's an example of a celebrity dynamic, which is all different, right?
And imagine the husband and wife.
And Shirley Ralph don't have 6 kids for other men too. And her and her husband married for a long time. So you gotta consider all these kids and all of this. That ain't no man gonna marry, and ain't no man signing up for no marriage for that. No, a man wants a wife to be in a house with her. You don't want no separate household. Lord, let's continue.
That live underneath of the same roof, that don't sleep in the same room.
Listen, that's fine. Listen, marriage is what you make it, but now we're getting so give me your version of what marriage is. Like your version of marriage that would work right for you now.
Like if I got married right now?
Yeah, like tell me the vision of what you want it to be.
I think I would give myself 5 years for a marriage. And preferably I would like for us to, if right now we would be separated for the time being. We would be in different households. I started with, I don't want a homeless veteran. I don't want somebody that wants to come and live with me and my kids.
So
So
your husband, so you want your husband, so do you, okay, so how do y'all eat dinner? Like, do you cook for him? Like, how does this work? He's your husband.
if he wants me to cook dinner and come and have dinner with him 2 or 3 days out the week, sure. If if he wants, hopefully he works and he's busy in the evening, hopefully. But if not, if he wants me to come to him for a few days, I will definitely come to him. I'm not.
Okay. And then do you pay, he pays, does he have to pay the bills in your current home?
I pay my own bills.
So he'll pay his own bills and you'll
Hmm.
pay your own bills
Hmm.
and y'all would just be married.
Yes, that opens up the door when somebody is full on taking care of you. That opens up the door to what's happening inside of your household. What about them kids and what the kids doing and da da da. That opens up that door. So I would like to keep that closed until my children are of age and
Mm-mm.
are, going to college or going their separate ways, and then we can work on
Mm-mm.
our household together.
Mm.
But
So
if
let me
you,
ask you a question. I understand why this dynamic works
Mm.
for you.
That ain't
Why would it work for him?
no. These men don't want
it
that.
would be up to him to choose me.
That's
That's all I can
absolutely
say. It
But
would
you
be
should
up to
think
him
of, no,
to
no, but hold
accept it.
on, real quick. Because I think a lot of women do this. They give their wish list of everything that works for them because you're designing something that works for you because you have these children, you have these barriers, you have these reasons, which are fair. But you should take in consideration
what
why would a guy sign up for
that's
that?
how they
Like, how does that benefit him
you don't
to
want
have a wife that
Okay.
lives without him?
no.
And why would he
No.
decide to be married to a wife that
The,
doesn't live with him opposed to a wife that could live with him? And I do think, hold on, and I do think all people, because what I do when I host this show is everybody gives the version that makes sense for them, men and women,
Mm-hmm.
but you never take the time to figure out the version of, does this work for somebody else and why would it work?
I
So
think
why would he do that?
I think in this day and age, it's a lot of men screaming, "Oh, she wants this from me. She wants me to pay her bill. She wants me to do this for her." I'm a woman who is stable and founded and grounded. Who's all I'm asking for is somebody to love me and have some type of companionship and wants to walk through life with me and accept me and my 6 kids and be with me through ups and downs. I don't want anything. I just want some love. I want some hugs. I want some cuddles. I want to go on journeys and adventures with you. I'm not asking to drain your bank account. I'm not asking for jewelry and Bentleys. I'm asking for appreciation and love.
You're asking for something larger. I think you're forgetting. You're asking him to be restricted. You're asking him to cut off, because I'm assuming you want to. Well, you tell me. Do you want a monogamous marriage?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't want him to have sex with other women.
He wouldn't want me to have sex with other men.
Okay, this is fine. You gotta understand the. Okay, that's fine. So what you are asking, you're not asking for all those money things, but you're asking for him to go to sleep every single night without a woman because I'm your wife, but I'm not gonna be in the bed with you every single night. You're asking for me to live in another home. You're also asking him to not have another woman in his home. You know, you're asking like, why does he restrict himself from the access of all the other women around the world that could live with him and be there 24/7? Like, let me tell you this, the only man that will sign up for this is a man that is happy that he could sleep with other women while his wife is somewhere else. That's the type of guy that would like that story. Like, this is great, my wife live over there, I don't gotta work.
Exactly, a man who's just looking to have fun. And then that man is not gonna marry you, boo.
Oh
That
my
man is not
God.
gonna go out his way to commit to you. Men take marriage more seriously than women, in my opinion. So why would a man go through all of the process of marrying a woman that he's gonna live separately from? And then I want to mention this too. She talking about couples who's married and don't sleep in the same bed. Those people, the people who have those type of dynamics, a lot of times they've been married for years and years and years. It's not like they agree on day one that this is what we're gonna do. No, they go through things and that could occur. We're not talking about you off the rip talking about you want to marry a man and y'all gonna live in separate houses and you gonna come over a few times a week or whatever, We're going to live life together, but we're going to live it separately because I don't want you to interrupt the dynamics that I have with my 6 kids. What the hell? But then there's going to be responsibilities that he's going to have to be responsible for in that marriage. Like she's saying, and that's a good point Kendra brought up. Oh, he's going to have to be, acclimated to you, but also separate. Like he can't have other women, but you not there for him. You're not gonna want to cook all the time. He gonna end up having to fend for himself. It's almost like he's still single. He have a whole house to himself. You have your house with your kids, and then you want to use him whenever it's convenient for you. Why would a man marry a woman? That man ain't doing that. That's gonna be hard. That ain't happening. Success, but a man who's gonna be doing what the hell he wants. She right. I'm gonna live my life. I'll marry you and give you that, but I'm gonna be doing what I want too. I'm gonna be busting. I'm gonna live like a bachelor, and I have you as a wife, and I'll see you when I see you. This is crazy. I don't know what's in her brain.
Worry about that. So now I can have this other woman over here, or a gay man who wants to be heterosexual into the world and doesn't want nobody to know. So he's gonna be fine with his wife living somewhere else because he don't want to really have a wife anyway. He really want to be with men. But I just don't understand the type of guy that. What benefit is him cutting off all women in the world instead of having a woman that can live in the home with him?
All men don't want women all the time. They don't want somebody. Imagine a man who's been single for years. Imagine that guy. He's been single 5-6 years. He doesn't want a woman suffocating him all the time.
Okay.
Girl, but see, this is shit. This is what women have a bad understanding. Nobody, you don't look. You be married. This is why you have hobbies. This is why you have your own thing going. But most men who want to be married, they love their wife. They love the woman that they chose to marry, and they want to be around them. But that don't mean they got to be stuck up under you all 24/7 all day. No, he goes and does his things. Men have friends. They hang out. You have your hobbies. He has his. But at the end of the day, he want to be in the house with his woman, with his wife. He don't want to live in no goddamn separate, and he wants to be in the house with his wife and presumably his kids, not somebody else's kids.
Oh my God.
He still at the end of the day want to interact with his wife and his kids in their home. I think she should have drawn a stick man because that's what that's going to be for the most part.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen in all my years that I've been here, I haven't seen a situation like that work. But hey, I'm pretty sure there's some things I have not been privy to. But in my opinion, I think she's gonna have a hard time finding that deal. But if she does, Kendra need to have her back up with an update with the man, and so he can tell us from his own perspective how this is working out. Because I would love to see it. So he's willing to be committed to her, married to her, faithful to her, living in his own house, going to sleep at night by himself in his own house, and then he gets to go see her in her whatever, a few days out of the week or whatever. But they could take trips together and charade around or whatever as a married couple. But he go to his house and he can't. She doesn't want to live with him. So I would love to see that dynamic work. Hell, people are struggling in just regular marriages. How you think they're gonna struggle? You ain't gonna struggle with this type of separate situation.
Oh my God.
Like, people are struggling to make it work in a regular dynamic. So you think having your own crib away from your wife and you can't have no real family with her, that ain't gonna have no obstacles? Then what if he want kids? He gotta have grown kids. He can't have no kids with her because she already got all her 6. And she over there living her best life by herself with her and her kids now. But you gonna marry? Like that? These men ain't signing up for marriage like that all willy-nilly. That's not a marriage dynamic that most men ain't gonna deal with. Married? No, he'll play around with you as a single person, but not marrying you. No. Baby, I don't know what world she living in. That's why I say we living in an alternate universe, y'all. This is crazy as hell. But hopefully she get what she want. I would love to see an update on this one. But it is what it is. People are allowed to be delusional these days. You are allowed to think the way you think and want what you want. But it doesn't mean that everybody else got to sign up for it. You know what I'm saying?